Hello students, welcome back to another tutorial lesson of political science, and on this video we'll talk about chapter 3, that is citizenship. In the previous chapter we have discussed chapter 2, and in that lesson I urge all of you to go through this chapter 3 so that when I explain this chapter, it will be very easy for you to catch up what this chapter are trying to say. So this citizenship, chapter 3, like in the previous video, like this will be dividing into part 1 and part 2. So in this part 1, we'll discuss what is a citizenship, what are the characteristics, features of a citizenship, the types of citizenship and naturalized citizenship, that is acquisition of citizenship. So before we go to our main topic, I will give a gist introduction of this chapter. So this citizenship, if suppose like if we go to other places and we go to like our hometown is in Zinebato, like for example, but when we go to other states, or when we go to other district or city, we don't like, if obviously if we are going there to reside there for the whole of our life, then we can consider to be the citizens of that particular country or particular states. But if we go there to reside for like it may go up to the extent of 7-8 months or like that, but we cannot be considered as a citizens of that particular country or state, right? So like we may visit other countries, we may go for holiday plans, we may go for any kind of things regarding like in other countries, but we cannot say that we belong to that country. Like we will follow the laws and the rules of that particular country or that particular nation, but we are not going to be citizens of that country merely of being there for 2-3 months or for following the rules and regulation. But we will be treated as an subjects, as a subjects of that particular country. And in this like the citizenship, like the citizens is differ from subject and alien. Alien and subjects are not the citizen of a particular country, or are not citizens of that particular nation. So this is a brief introduction of this chapter, and now let's discuss what is a citizenship. So this citizenship, it denotes a legal status of an individuals and bestows equal rights and duties, liberties and constrained powers and responsibilities upon individuals. Like citizenship is not a mere possession of certain rights. I have the freedom of speech, I have the freedom of right, doesn't mean that I am the citizens of that particular country, but citizenship are bestowed with all kind of civil, political and economic rights. Also, as a citizens, we have to owe our allegiance or duties towards that state. Like in the words of T.H. Green, he described citizenship a full and equal membership of a community. By community, he means a political community, that is state. So this phrase that is full and equal membership of a community denotes an ideal condition of a society where a citizen resides, and therefore race, sex, caste, like property or educational factors should not determine the rights which a citizen has. So this full and equality has a high importance to those who suffered from racial apartheid and subjugation and marginalized from the rest who fully enjoy civil and political rights. For instance, like in African region like South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, they were once a victim of this social apartheid, where full and equal membership and legal status of citizens was highly in demand in that particular society. Now, let's discuss what is the characteristics, features of a citizens. What should a citizens possess in order to become a citizenship of that particular country, and that are they should be have this full and equal membership status of that particular state or of that particular country. And the second is, a citizen should possess social, economic and political rights, like civil and political rights, which ensures citizens to participate in the state affairs. So a citizen should possess these three rights in as features of a citizens of a particular country, and the rights are correlative with duties and function. Being the citizens of a country, the citizens are endowed with the rights by the government or by the state, and in turn the state, the citizens have to owe its allegiance and have to render its services when they are called upon to do so. And also the idea of this active citizenship places particular emphasis upon the social duties and moral responsibilities of citizens, such as the duty to protect and improve the environment, and the duty of parents to provide opportunities for education to their children. So this idle and active citizenship, the idea of this active citizenship plays a very important role in these the features of a citizens. And the citizens, as I've said earlier, is different from the alien and from the subject. And the alien and the subject, they will follow the rules and regulation of a state of our country, or they will reside in that country or in that state, but they are not the full members and members of their political, economic or community or a state. So the aliens and the subjects and the citizens are totally different from each other. Now let's discuss what are the types of citizenship. See, there are two kinds of citizenship: blood relationship and place of birth. So this blood relationship, it is talking about the child acquires the citizenship of his or her mother, irrespective of the fact whether the parents at the time of the birth of a child were living in some foreign state or in their own country. So like for example, your parents belong to other village, but you were born in Zenepoto. So you will acquire the citizenship of your parents and not the place of your birth. So this relationship of blood relationship citizenship is followed by Italy, Austria, France, and others, etc. Now, the place of birth. So, according to this principle, the territory on which birth occurred is the decisive factor. Like a person born within the territory of a particular state is considered citizens of that state. Like in the blood relationship, if you are born, you have to acquire the citizenship of your parents and not the place of your birth. But in here, the place of birth is talking about you have to acquire the citizenship of your birthplace and not your parents' birthplace. So in this place of birth, we have even double nationality. Like this double nationality is followed by Britain, and this double nationality is talking about it follows both the principle of blood relationship and the place of birth. So, for instance, like if the French couple goes to England and there a child is born, then according to the place of birth, the child would be considered as a citizen of France. But according to the British law of the place of birth, the child would acquire British citizenship. In such cases, the concerned person are given an opportunities of selecting their citizenship on attaining maturity. So in here, like the option will be given to the citizens whether he want to belong to France or whether he want to belong to British. So in here, like according to the British law, so in here you are given the option to acquire your like your citizenship. So this is the types of citizenship, and now let's talk about the naturalized citizenship, the acquisition of citizenship. So these naturalized citizens are not the citizens which, I mean, like it is, these naturalized citizens are usually I mean, like they usually become the citizens of a particular country by acquiring some of the principles laid down by the government of that particular state. So they have to fulfill some of the condition of that particular state, and that is residence for a certain period of time, and marrying a foreigners, or like purchase of state in a foreign state, or being in a government service in another country, and an oath of allegiance entities an alien to the conferment of the rights of citizenship. Moreover, when a country annex another country or an area of the land, the citizens of the annexed territory acquire the nationality of annexing the country. So the naturalized citizens, they have to fulfill this condition, and when they fulfill this condition, they will naturally become the citizens of that particular country. So from citizenship to these naturalized citizens, this is the part 1 of chapter 2, and in the next tutorial video, we'll talk about the acquisition of citizenship in India. Thank you.